Welcome back, everyone, to GTU. Intermountain Health is doubling its efforts in a unique community colorectal cancer public awareness campaign called Let's Get to the Bottom of Colon Cancer. Dina is with Intermountain Health in the sponsored interview. Hi, Dina.
Hi, Saray. We are inside the giant colon. Okay, we've been dying to see what this looks like and hear all about why they're using this, how it's helping draw attention. This is Colon Cancer Month, and Dr. Christian Kapner here to talk to me about this. Okay, this is the second time that the giant colon has traveled through Utah. And I mean, obviously it's a talker, it's an attention grabber. How does it help bring awareness?
Well, like you mentioned, March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Intermountain Health has used this inflatable colon. We actually now have two. They're about 12 feet in height. To bring attention to the importance of colon cancer awareness. It's a fun, interactive way for people and patients and their families to come and interact with the colon, learn about colon cancer and how, most importantly, how to prevent it.
Okay, and we're looking right now at some of the text that's on the walls of the colon, and we see that there's different colors, different polyps. Talk about what it explains and what it illustrates here.
Yeah, the most important thing to know about colon cancer, it is very preventable. We understand a lot about the biology of colon cancer, and almost all colon cancer start out as a benign polyp to begin with. So that affords us an opportunity to prevent colon cancer by doing a colonoscopy, which is a procedure where we go in and examine the colon. We look for these polyps, which are benign to begin with, and then we can remove those polyps. No polyp, no cancer.
And if it is caught early, if you do in fact have an issue, there's a 90% curable rate. So that's all about catching it early.
It is all about catching it early. Most people don't realize that colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. And it's on the rise in young people younger than 50. And so there's a huge effort to get the word out to young people younger than 50. And now colon cancer screening is recommended for patients of age 45.
Okay, that was the next big question. So it used to be 50, is that correct? And now it's dropped down by 5 years. Why is it on the rise?
That's a good question. We don't understand all the reasons. We suspect it's probably some environmental factors that are playing into this. We don't know all the reasons, but we do know that it is on the rise in young people. It's like exponential. So we're trying to make young people aware that they need to come in and get their screening colonoscopies now starting at age 45.
And we're seeing over here different kinds of polyps. We're learning about Crohn's disease. Talk a little bit about what we're taking a view of right now.
Yeah, some people that have a higher risk for colon cancer are people that have Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, or they may have a family history of colon cancer. These people may need to come in more early to get their screening colonoscopy, earlier than age 45 even. If you have a family history of somebody who had colon cancer, you may need to come in at age 40. If you have a history of Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, you're at 20 times increased risk for developing colon cancer. So it's important to talk to your doctor and make sure that you're getting your screening done early.
Better safe than sorry, especially if you do have some family history. And if you are maybe exhibiting some symptoms, what might that look like?
Yeah, like most cancers, when you have symptoms, that means the cancer is pretty advanced. And so we want to try to avoid that at all costs. But if you are younger than 45 and you are experiencing symptoms such as rectal bleeding, change in stool, unexplained abdominal pain, weight loss, or you have anemia, you need to talk to your doctor about those because those are all signs of early colon cancer.
You know what? My mom is actually getting a colonoscopy tomorrow, and my family's all about do these, make the appointments, be proactive. And it's pretty easy, right? It's fairly easy to go and do. You don't even know. You're totally asleep.
Yes, absolutely. There's a stigma with colonoscopy, but it actually is pretty easy. The bowel prep you have to do the day before. Unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about that. It's just the nature of the area that we're examining in the body. So you have to clean the colon out. But once you come into the procedure, you'll be met by a team that's ready to help you. And you get an IV put in place, you're put to sleep. The procedure takes about 15 minutes on average, so it's very quick. And what we're looking for, again, are those polyps. If we can find those polyps and detect them at a very early stage, even as small as 2 or 3 millimeters, they're easy to remove. And by taking them out, we prevent colon cancer. The procedure is very simple, very easy, and very safe. The other advantage of getting a colonoscopy is if the colonoscopy is normal, then you don't have to get screened again for 10 years.
Wow, a whole decade where you can sit back and relax. Okay, so all the more reason just to go and just to know what's going on with your body. I see why this is so useful, though, in spreading the word and learning about it, because this is going to be on display, and anybody walking by is going to stop. They're going to read what's on the walls and start a conversation. So good job spreading the word. This is a fun way to do it and to get the conversation going. Where can we see this and come and experience?
So for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, this inflatable colon will be at Intermountain Medical Center. The time is, I believe, are from 10 to 2. And then on Wednesday, it'll be at Riverton Hospital.
Okay, go and see. We'll link to those locations and to the times online. And the other thing that I think is really neat is that it shows the difference. It shows what's inside of your body. Sometimes it seems so abstract, but we can see exactly what's going on. Hey, thank you so much for this interview and spreading the awareness.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you.
All right.